Hey guys, Wilfie. Best intro ever. Hi everybody. It's like I'm playing X3, only in real life. Blah. Oh, that was fantastic. I'll never be able to match that. How the hell are you, everybody? Well, this is my first day back home. Nose back to the grindstone, although I do have to kind of grovel tomorrow for work. I had an appointment today at 3 that I had to leave work early for. And it was supposed to last until 5, and I'd be back home by 5:30. It's 10:45 at night, and I'm still 30 minutes from home all the way across town. And I will not divulge the details of the appointment I had. But suffice to say, I did have a good time. But yeah, I had told work, oh yeah, I'll be back around 6 o'clock, and I'll finish up this blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm still going to go home and finish it, because I'm pretty sure it's ready to go. But yeah. Alright, where the fuck are we going, Betty? I notice you're not talking, Betty. Well, that's because Betty don't give a shit. Okay. I don't really care. It's just...
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the Florida's Turnpike South ramp in Miami.
There she goes. So, yeah. I don't know that I talked enough about my vacation that I had in the last video I uploaded.
Use the right lane to take the Florida's Turnpike South ramp, then keep left at the fork.
I really had a special time. I really did. And I don't know why I'm so shy to talk about this. Because it was good.
Keep left at the fork.
What she and I both wanted to happen didn't happen, but it's not really...
In a quarter mile, merge onto Florida's Turnpike.
It's not for a lack of want, I'll put it that way. So, I mean, the sparks are there, and so was the desire. Holy shit. Because she is still a knockout. And probably the sweetest woman that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And, it's funny, it's something like 20 years ago, I had the chance to, try something with her, maybe become a thing. And the cards it just wasn't in the cards back then. And it's not because of anything I did or anything she did, it just, the stars weren't aligned, and she wasn't really, I don't know how to put it, she wasn't really interested in or looking for a relationship at the time. And today, or yesterday, she seemed a bit more receptive. And it was a great weekend. I don't know how to describe it. It was really a great week. I don't mean to sell my parents short, because I love my parents. I loved getting to see them. And, my dad and I went out shooting.
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 265 for Florida 408 East toward Orlando, Titusville.
Jesus, Betty. Take a breath. But yeah, my dad and I went out and shot some targets with various guns, and had some great
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 265.
Great conversations with him, just the 2 of us. And same thing with my mother. My mom and I had all sorts of fun talks, and my parents did their their usual Christmas family tradition, got into a big ass fight. And I feel terrible because, I know they love each other, and they've been together 50 fucking years. So it's not like they're going to stay together pretty much no matter what. And they both have very different ways of responding to reacting to things. Let's put it that way. And they try really hard not to let me see it because they still think they can hide it, and it doesn't hold up, and it boils over, and so then there's usually an argument followed by it's usually dad that stomps around grumpy for a couple hours, and then goes back to normal. Well, whatever. It happens pretty much every Christmas. I don't know what it is about Christmas that brings that out, but there it is. I still love them both to death. Wouldn't change them for the world. And I got to see my aunt too. And she is a stitch. She absolutely cracks me up. She's got some health issues, and she's very down on herself. I wish I could help her. But my mom's out there and helps her out when she can, so I know she's got somebody. So that's good. And then, of course, this weekend, I left Friday, Christmas Day. That was kind of weird, saying goodbye to my mother on Christmas Day, because she drove me to the airport. But yeah, I flew out of Vegas and went to Austin, Texas to meet up with this friend of mine that I've known for 20 plus years, whom I totally failed to get it off with 20 years back. Just like I said, the stars didn't align, and we were looking for different things. It just didn't work. But I got to meet her entire family, pretty much. Except for her ex-husband. I know who he is, and I've met him before, and I really didn't mind not seeing him. No, but her kids, oh my God. They're not even mine, and I only met them for only spent time with them for 2 days. And, it's like love at first sight, man. You can't not love those kids. All of them. They're just amazing people. And, the fact that they're such characters, and, they obviously, they fight, they bicker, because they're siblings, so of course they do. But there are times you can tell they really give a shit about each other. And their mom. I was honestly pretty impressed with the 15-year-old especially. Nobody said anything at all. But that kid read me like an open book. And he knew exactly what I had on my mind. And he absolutely rubbed it in my fucking face. It was amazing. He'd sit on the couch with his mom and snuggle with her and burrow into her lap, snuggle under her chest and put her arm around him. And he knew exactly what he was doing. And I'm looking over at him like, you son of a... Well played, kid. Most proficient cock block I think I've ever seen. And a 15-year-old did it. It just didn't work out this weekend. There was just no time for us to have any alone time. And, she said after the fact that she was really sorry it worked out that way. And she wants me to come back and visit again, which I'm definitely going to do. And she promised that we could work out the details a bit better this time so that she's got some time to herself. Because it was pretty hectic. She's got joint custody of the kids of the 2 younger kids with her ex-husband. And her oldest daughter lives with her. And the daughter just had a little babby. An adorable little boy. 2 months old when I saw him. Met him a couple days ago. Cutest goddamn creature on earth. I don't know how babies are so cute. But they're utterly adorable, and this one was no exception. Holy shit. That whole family is just so lovable. deserve so much better than they got. And I mean that in the sense of they deserve better. They deserve better than life has seen fit to give them. I don't know, maybe Will can fix that. Maybe Wolfie can actually improve a few lives and, get something for himself for once. Oh, I'm waxing philosophic. I don't know why the fuck I'm dancing around this. I told her to her face Sunday morning when I left that I loved her. And so I don't know why I'm bothering trying to tiptoe around it now. I'm head over heels in love with her, so I bend over backwards and give her my last dime if it made her life better. And wow, that felt good to say out loud. But anyway, yeah. So I really just had the best fucking week. I really desperately needed that vacation, and it could have gone a touch better. I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked to get some, but I didn't get any for the best possible reason, and that was the presence of just 4 beautiful people that opened up, along with the woman that that I love, and these 5 amazing people who have their own problems. They're just moving into the new house, to their house, so they've got endless shit going on, tons of nonsense that they have to deal with, all of their daily problems, their daily dramas, and all the frantic last-minute efforts to wrap Christmas presents and try to include everybody. And they opened up their home to me, and only my friend knows me. The other 4, the 2 kids, the daughter, the baby, of course, they don't know. They've never met me. They don't know me from Adam. But they welcomed me into their home, and they made me a part of their family for the whole weekend. And the most amazing part, the incredible part, is that I know they don't have a lot of money, and they still gave me a bunch of gifts for Christmas. So we were all, we were there. They did Christmas on Saturday morning, the day after Christmas, because the kids were with their father on Christmas Day. And my understanding is they were supposed to stay overnight, and my friend was expecting them to come home Saturday. And so she was figuring on Friday evening being our alone time. And then the kids, and then it turned out, one of the kids said, "I'm sick of being here. I want to go see Mom." And so there goes that plan. But regardless, Saturday morning, so I spent Friday night wrapping presents for kids I've never met, and had a blast just getting caught up with, my friend, and just, doing all sorts of cool shit. And Saturday we start unwrapping presents, and of course I've wrapped a bunch of them, so I know what the kids are getting. And suddenly they slide a box over to me. I'm like, "What is this?" I can open it, and there was stuff in there. I mean, they gave me a cool gift, and then they were handing out stockings, absolutely stuffed to the brim of how stockings are, just random trinkets here and there. And they handed me one, and again, overflowing, just overstuffed with just random stuff. And they didn't know me from Adam, but they still ended up giving me some seriously thoughtful gifts. They give me a shaving kit, some body wash. They gave me all sorts of stuff to take care of the car and clean it, like Armor All, tire cleaner, a nice chamois to hand wash it, car washing soap, all sorts of stuff. And then there was a bunch of candy in there, and this is the best part. They don't like cats, right? They don't. My love interest, I guess, she's allergic to cats, and the rest of the family either is indifferent or doesn't like cats. But they gave me a shit ton of cat toys. I would say at least 5 or 6 different cat toys. And they're like, we're not too sure what cats actually like, but these look really fun, and give them a try. And I'm just sitting there like, holy shit, guys. I brought you guys presents, and you're moving. Nobody has money when they're moving. But they still did it. They had all this crap going on, and they don't have a lot of money to go around, to spread around, because you're moving. That shit's expensive.
In half a mile, keep left at the fork to stay on Florida 408 East.
And I know what they had to pay to get into that fucking house. I mean, I guess the landlord likes them, but that's probably because they just paid a fuck ton of money to get in there. Dude wanted a deposit equal to 1 month's rent. He also wanted the first month's rent and the last month's rent.
Keep left at the fork to stay on Florida 408 East.
So $6,000 goddamn dollars that dude wanted for them to get into that house. So I know money was tight for them, because that's a lot of money for me. And but they still took the time to go, go shopping, and they took the time, and they had the thought. They thought of me, and just gave me all sorts of cool stuff. And I was opening it, and it was a pretty big pile by the time it was all said and done. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. Like, there's this AI-powered cat toy that runs around on it's going to be great on tile because it doesn't get stuck on the carpet, but it runs around your house and chases the cats and runs away from them. My friend gave me 6 little miniature mason jars that are actually shot glasses, and 6 little single shot doses of different liquors for me to try. They got me Mario Kart 8 for the Wii, not for the Wii, for the Switch. That's a $60 game, dude. And holy shit, I totally didn't expect that.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 18 toward Sanford.
And I'm just beside myself. Even now, I'm just gushing that they put so much thought and energy into that. It really just lit me up, and I couldn't be happier with how it went this weekend. I mean, it would have been nice to get a chance to play, but there's always going to be time for that, And it's not every day that you get a chance to spend Christmas with your own family and then take a quick flight and be welcomed with open arms by an entirely different family, most of whom have never met you before, but they're happy to meet you, and they have Christmas presents for you. And it was just the sweetest goddamn thing. And I don't know. I know I'm gushing and I sound like a complete buffoon. I have no idea how to tell her how fucking special that was to me.
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 18 towards Sanford.
Thank you, Betty. And I don't mean this to sound like I don't, my parents don't love me. My parents absolutely love me, and they always make me feel loved. And they've always put me first, and that has never changed, and I've never doubted it. But
use the right 2 lanes to take exit 18, then keep left at the fork.
What my friend and her family did for me, I have never felt loved like that by a family of people that aren't blood relatives, I don't know that my ex-wife, my soon-to-be
keep left
ex-wife,
at the fork.
my soon-to-be ex-wife, I don't know that she ever loved me like this or cared about me like this. That's kind of sad.
Continue for 3 miles.
But there it is. And, man, I don't know how to tell her. I really don't. And the funny thing is, to them, it seemed like a no-brainer. Like, it didn't... I'm sitting there just like, you didn't have to do this for me. I'm just glad to be here and delighted to meet you and to be here and spend time with your mom. Because, I really fancy her. And I guarantee you they all knew it. And even though her 15-year-old, he rubbed it in quite a bit, they knew, they could just see it, that I really, care about her and I was there for her. But it was just this foregone conclusion that for the weekend I was part of their family, and I need to sit down and shut the fuck up and take my presents. Because that's what family does. And it is incredible. I have never felt that warm and accepted and wanted in my whole life by in that way, if that makes any sense. And I've said that, it would have been nice if we could have, hooked up, fooled around, but I want to say that this was just as good. It's a different kind of intimacy, It's not every day that
in half a mile, keep right at the fork to stay on Florida 417 till north.
It's not every day that somebody you care about and who cares about you, who is very willing to be intimate with you, trusts you enough to
keep right at the fork to stay on Florida 417 till north.
To let you meet her kids. It's a very big thing when it comes
Continue on Florida 417 till north for 3/4 mile.
When it comes to being interested in dating or being with a woman who has kids, the kids come first, and they are always her foremost concern.
In half a mile, take exit 37A toward University Boulevard.
And you just, that's something you have to deal with and accept, because it's never going to change. You can't ever come between a woman and her kids, especially when they're not yours.
Take the exit toward University Boulevard, then merge onto Florida 417 till north.
Okay, Betty, I'm done.
Merge onto Florida 417 till north, then take exit 37A.
Well, okay, Betty's gone. But she's
take exit 37A, then keep right at the fork.
But yeah, so when you're interested in a woman that's got kids, they come first, and you are a distant second when it comes to her concerns, her interests, and as much as she may want to give you time,
keep right at the fork,
alone with her, the family comes first. And because of that, a woman they'll screen you.
In a 1/4 mile, turn right onto Dean Road.
They want to make sure that you are safe for their family, that you're not going to hurt their family, or, and she's no different. But she's known me for 20 years, so I'm
take the next right onto Dean Road.
Very well vetted. And so it was just not even a question to any of them that, as far as they were concerned, I was part of the family for the weekend.
Continue on Dean Road for half a mile.
And they were like, why are you acting surprised by this? You're being so weirdly modest, Will. What's going on? And I'm like, I didn't expect anyone to treat me like this. This is just so neat. And I had to be gushing like a goddamn idiot. And you better believe that, so I brought my small luggage, my small bag from the luggage set that
in
I
a
bought.
1/4 mile, turn right onto Burgundy Bay Street.
I guess you're getting directions how to come to my house, so what the fuck ever, guys. Show up and let's party. You just got to deal with 10 cats. But anyway, so I bought a set of luggage, but I only took the small bag. Because, come on, I just need a few change of clothes. I didn't bring anything special.
Take the next right onto Burgundy Bay Street.
And they gave me a lot of presents. And there was very little room in my suitcase, or in my luggage, but you'd better believe I sat there with them. In fact, I sat there...
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Sedena Cove Street.
Shut up. I sat there on Sunday morning with the younger kid, the 7-year-old, and we spent like 20 minutes finding a way to get all of that stuff they gave me into my bag, because I'd be goddamned if I left any of that behind. Because they just put so much thought and heart into that. I cannot express how much that touched me. And
take the next right onto Sedena Cove Street, then your destination will be on the left.
It's like, to be treated like that, just so casually by people who have their own problems and their own stuff going on in life. And they did it so casually, like it was nothing. And that's how you know you're dealing with incredible people. And,
welcome home.
Oh, thank you, Betty. And, people that just care about you. And that's genuine care. That's the kind of stuff you can't really fake. So, yeah, that's a more in-depth summary of my vacation. And that's Fulbright, all the lights. So, for this upcoming week, it's going to be busy at work because I got some catching up to do. And I believe I have New Year's Day off, so I'm probably going to be live streaming this Friday. There go the lights. Let's turn this light off, too. Ooh, now it's all spooky. So I've got, going to be playing some more X3 Lit Cubes Universe coming up this Friday on my live stream. If I have New Year's off, I'm very sure I do, but there's always a chance I won't. And also be playing Saturday as well. And I have a massive backlog of videos to get edited and uploaded. I swear to you, I am still working on it. It'll come at some point. So, yeah. Had a great week, man, and I can't help but gush about it. Really had a good Christmas. There's just no getting around it. And, if you don't have anybody special in your life, I think all you have to do is just start being kind to people. Cultivate old friendships, new ones, and you'll find that stuff just falls in your lap. I didn't expect any of this with my friend. And, 6 months ago, I didn't feel like this. And there was really nothing. And it cracks me up that my soon-to-be ex-wife thought I was getting romantically entangled with this other woman. And I wasn't. But, of course, she was cheating on me with a different guy, and she was using, instant messaging to do it. And so she was projecting her guilt onto me. When she saw me talking with my friend, she assumed that I was doing the same thing she was. Except my friend is in fucking Texas. And my whore of a wife had her boy toy just an hour north of here. So she could actually go consummate her flirting. Whereas even if my friend and I were hitting it off, which we weren't, there was no opportunity, right? So, whatever. She's a fucking whore. And I'm glad she's stuck up north. And I really hope that her boy toy has kicked her to the curb already, or is just using her as a slam pig. That's also a possibility too. You never know, because she's not good for much else. But not even really good at that. Terrible sex. But yeah, that's a mean way to end a video, but that's how I'm gonna do it. I'll catch up with you guys later. I've got some cheap McFood to eat, and got to unwind for the evening. So, yeah, have a good one, everybody. And I will probably post some more this week. And if not, I'll catch you guys on Friday for the live stream. Take care, everybody.